Hey, so today, Nick and I are gonna build a small pondless waterfall. This can be put in any spot because it's going into an aqua basin. This is gonna be a father-son build. We're gonna have a lot of fun today, but we're gonna show you how simple it is to build a waterfall into an aqua basin. And an aqua basin is only 44 inches by 44 inches by 16 inches deep. So, you know what? We're gonna get started, follow along, and you can see how easy this really is. All right, so we already had this hole roughed in when we originally did this patio. Nick and I have been waiting a long time to build this, and we have just been super busy. But you know what? Today, we're gonna build this waterfall, right, Nick? We got one other cool element that we're gonna put in this, but I don't think we should tell them. I think we should show them, right? Yeah. So we're just gonna kind of blend this element in, and they're gonna have to wait to the end to see exactly what we're talking about. But for now, we are gonna get started. We're gonna mark out where we want this aqua basin to go because this hole isn't exact and we don't wanna compromise that patio. So we're gonna go back just a little bit, and then we have this whole area in here to build this waterfall. The cool part is we want it to look like it's coming from up there. So it's like a spring that's coming underneath the ground and then transition right back down into here and disappears again. So one of the cool things about this Aqua Basin 45 is that they have already preset where we should drill a hole and put a bulk fitting in. What that's going to allow us to do is make a really clean transition to get our pipe out of there rather than come through the top of this Aqua Basin. So right here, there is a dimple. Right there is where it comes from the factory to tell you exactly where that goes so you can hook right up to the pump without a lot of aggravation. This makes it simple, simple, simple. So now we are going to put the bulk fitting in. One of the most important things is to make sure this rubber washer that they give you is on the inside of the aqua basin. That's your water side. So what we're going to do is put that into here like that. Then we're gonna take the plastic washer, go on the outside there, and then we're gonna put the bulk fitting on. The bulk fitting is left-hand thread. Normally it's lefty loosey, righty tighty. This is the opposite. Left is tight. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna snug that down by hand, then I'm gonna take a pair of water pump pliers and snug it up. All right, so right now we're at the phase where we're gonna get ready for this aqua basin. So we got this marked out for the aqua basin. That's our big square spot. And then up in here, we have our stream roughed in as far as with the paint. But when we start building, Nick, what really happens?
We start building, it kind of takes its own natural look. And we just, I don't know, we go with what looks like it would be most natural.
True enough, because once we start setting rock, we know we're gonna have to dig a little extra.
Yeah, definitely.
So these lines are just a rough idea on where we want to head, because as I was saying prior, this is what we want it to do. We want it to look like it's actually coming on that offshoot. So over in here where these plants are, that's why when we originally did this upper pond, I wanted this pooling area here so it looks like a natural spring is just bubbling out of this bank, and then of course going to nowhere. All right, so one of the most important things is to make sure that your aqua basin is exactly level. It took us a little bit because of all the rocks, right, Nick?
Yeah.
But then again, that's the way our ground is, and I'm sure everybody's ground is not exactly soft. So anyway, we have this exactly level. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get ready to backfill this and pinch this all in so we can start building our waterfall up there. So right here, we ran into a lot of number 2 stone, and that was because we had it left over from the patio. A lot of times when we build stuff, we'll go out past where the end of the brick's gonna be for stability, and of course we ran into that. So Nick is grabbing some sand right now because we wanna make sure we pad all this with some sand, then we'll double up our underlayment, and then we can keep going and starting to build our waterfall. So right now we're gonna take this 3000 pump and we're gonna install the low suction on it. And like we had mentioned before, the low suction is gonna allow us to suck from the very bottom of that aqua basin. You can see right now that there's quite a distance in between these 2 points, right? So if this was on here, you're not gonna be able to suck your full amount of water out of that aqua basin 45. So they developed a low suction. It's got a nice screen on here and everything. So all we have to do is put it on here and screw it right on. Of course, first, let's back up a step because I forgot the washer. That's what happens when you're in a hurry. Right, Nick?
Yep.
This O-ring, you're gonna wanna place right in there. Then we're gonna go ahead and screw it right on there. And that's gonna tighten us right back up. So, see that now? Nice and tight. Now, we're ready to install that into the aqua basin. So we didn't get as much done as we wanted to yesterday, did we, Nick? We had a late start, and then we had a monsoon come in where we just barely got all our camera equipment and our tools picked up, and it just hammered down rain. So you know what? This morning we're gonna get back at it, and we should finish this thing today, right?
Yeah, 100%. We will.
We're gonna finish it today. Be running by the end of the day. So we better get to work, but let me show you where we're at right now. So one of the things we're really looking at here is this area coming through here. We have these big rocks in the pond so you can step across it. We wanted to have another sitting area over here, but you know what? If you just came over to sit down, you could kind of see the pond, but we wanted to have a whole nother element. So we're gonna have this fire element right there, plus this nice little pondless waterfall that we are building, and we wanna have different viewing points. So down here, we're gonna have that water is gonna come over here and it's gonna drop down over, and then the current's gonna come back around to get into that aqua basin. One of the other things that I wanted to mention was that for this project, we used a 10 by 12 piece of 45 mil EPDM liner, as well as underlayment to help protect that liner. So what we did is we doubled it up underneath there. So right now we're gonna finish rocking our stream, then we're gonna go through and seal it, and we'll show you how we seal it. We gotta add some lights. Just can't wait to get this thing done. So we got a few of our waterfall stones in. We only have one more drop to build, but you can start to see how this is all coming together. It's really starting to morph into a really cool small waterfall, something you see right in the nature, and we're incorporating this cool fire element. So we have one more drop to build, and then it'll be time to fire this up. So I think the project that you and I did together, this small pondless waterfall in the aqua basin, was perfect for a pretty quick day. I mean, we could have done it in one day, but remember we got all that rain?
Yeah.
We just barely got everything put away and it started to deluge on us like this whole season has been. But realistically, Nick and I could have done this in one day. All the rocks were pretty easy to set. We had some good ground to dig in, but I think any family, father, son, mother, daughter, complete family, I think they could do this on their own. What's your thoughts, Nick?
Yeah, definitely. You just gotta be creative and be a little artistic, and I think they could definitely do it.
I think you're absolutely right. The products are pretty simple to put together. We did a step-by-step for you here. So I hope everyone gives this a shot. You really should, because every family should have a water feature. I know we've had one for a long time, right, Nick?
Oh yeah.
We've been enjoying it for a long time. Plus we get to go out and build these for everybody in all these different areas. So what would be your word of advice if you had to tell somebody your age to work with a parent on this project?
Go for it. Do it.
Those are great words. Just go for it, right?
Yeah, got nothing to lose.
You're absolutely right. And it's a lot of fun. We need more family projects out there in our world today, and this is a great one for us. It's Labor Day weekend, back to school, right, Nick?
Unfortunately.
So you'll be seeing Nick again next summer and throughout any of his breaks, maybe over the winter if we get a travel project. Is that possible, Nick?
I hope so.
All right. We hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, whatever you got to do to get notified to keep watching our videos. We do appreciate all the support. And again, we always say, Nick, enjoy your families.